Hi everyone, this is Jasmine Glow and welcome to this video. Thank you for tuning in. I want to say just a few things today. As you know, I have previously shared I was a part of the cult called Nithyananda. I was following this guru who turned out to be an abuser and a con man who took a lot of money from many people, took their lives, took them away from their families, disconnected them from their children, have them donate their lands and a lot of cash to his mission. I just wanted to share a few things that might help you to determine whether this group or this mission is really a cult. So just to let you know a few facts, currently in North America, there is about 3,000 to 5,000 cults. It's not only spiritual groups that are considered cults. Any kind of group can be a cult. It could be a political cult. It could be in any era. In sports, I heard that there is even a cult in training horses somewhere in the US. And the common denominator is that you are forced to follow the authority in the group, who is the main character, and basically you cannot outgrow them. They don't let you, learn something and then leave or make it a success in your life. You are constantly encouraged to follow them and to fall deeper into being dependent, so into dependence on that person. So if you want to determine and see for yourself if you are a part of a cult, ask yourself these few questions. At some point in time when you are in this group, have you felt uncomfortable by things that you have seen, heard, or felt? For example, there were some demands or, some things that were asked of you. You were asked to do certain things, follow a certain routine, or saw, someone else being told something, or, you saw some treatment and you didn't feel comfortable about that. But you believe that the leader of the group has good intentions and suppress your feelings of that discomfort. Second thing, when you're part of a group, is the leader of the group constantly being praised? Is the group and the leader of the group constantly putting attention and taking your attention back to them? Are you being asked to follow them by, wearing some pictures on your body, carrying some ornaments with their face, posting their pictures in your house, posting stickers somewhere around you? Are you being asked to chant or repeat certain names, certain mantras? Are you being asked to constantly be in touch with their teachings? For example, when I was part of this cult, we had to chant the mantra of this guru, this false guru, constantly, and he told us, chant my name 24 hours 7. And also he demanded that we watched his teachings daily. So what happens basically in a cult, when you are constantly plunged into the teachings, you are literally not able to have discernment about the truth, about the things that are being told to you. So when you're constantly in it, you are basically not in check with reality. So ask yourself, okay, am I being demanded to be constantly in touch with certain teachings, with their truths, with their beliefs, follow the leader, and wear their names, call their names, chant their names in any way? Another thing you can ask yourself is, can you express feedback? Do you feel safe to speak about things that are going on? So if you have an uncomfortable situation, or there is a routine that you don't like, do you feel comfortable to speak about it? Is it okay to express? And if you do express, what is the reaction of the people in the group? What is the reaction of the leader? Do they take your feedback? Do they discuss it? Do they try to help you? Or do they turn it against you? And do they tell you it is your problem? So check with you again. Do you have that experience? That's another sign of being in a cult. Another thing that you can think about is if you dared to leave the group, what was your experience after? Did you keep your friends? Did the friends from the group stay in touch with you? Are they constantly, supporting you in your life? Are they still your friends? Or did you lose them? What happened to me, many people have blocked me. I didn't get abused yet. I didn't get targeted very hard, but it happens a lot in cults or in cultic groups, that when you leave, your friends are basically non-existent. The friendships that you had in the group were not real friendships. So again, check with yourself and see for yourself if you still have friends from that group. That will tell you if you were part of a cult or not. And another thing is, ask yourself or check back with how other people in your life are responding to you being part of this group. What are your best friends' opinion about you being part of them? What is your family thinking? Do they agree with you? Do they support you? Are the people that have known you for most of your life in agreement with you being part of this group? Again, think about this, because the closest people that know us in life, like our best friends, our family members, our parents, siblings, our caretakers, whoever we grew up with, they know you very well, and they have a contact with reality when they're not part of this group. So maybe try to discuss with them and listen to their feedback. See what they tell you. Does it sound okay? What are their questions? What are their red flags, maybe? And think about them. Use your critical mind. Another thing that I would suggest is do research. In many groups, for example, in this cult that I was part of, there are many survivors that have left and are speaking out. And it is the same thing in other cults, in other groups. Do research, do thorough research on the leader and on the group itself, because we haven't done that when we were part of the cult. And of course, I was a newbie. I didn't understand cults, and I never would have thought that I would be a part of a cult, or that I was a part of a cult, because I was a genuine spiritual seeker. And I believed that the teacher I was following was enlightened and that he had the highest knowledge. And I was extremely blessed to be in his presence and to be serving his mission, because I was serving the highest good of the planet and the earth, and was working on my spiritual evolution as well. But I failed to do the research on him, on his history, on the people that were around him that were supporting his mission at that time, the Swamis like Sachitananda, Bhaktananda, Pranananda, Aya, all of them who were marketing his mission. I failed to do a proper research to find about who they were. And also when the scandal happened in 2010, when Nithyananda's recording of his bedroom with Ranjita having sexual encounters were published in India, I failed to follow the court's decisions and do proper research as to what is really happening. I was just listening to the stories told by Nithyananda. So please be careful and do research, and make sure that you look properly through all evidence and history of this person, and listen to the feedback of people who have experienced this group, who have no reason to lie about their experience, because it's not profitable in any way. They're just maybe want to share of the part of their life they spent in that group. Another warning sign that you might end up in a cult is if you're a person that is in distress right now. You're going through a hard period of life. You might have health issues. You might be feeling down. You might be at a vulnerable time, maybe going through a breakup, a divorce, disaster in your family, loss of a job. And another thing is you might be a person that is seeking answers, is very spiritual, is seeking higher truths, and you believe that world could be a better place, that you could contribute to a better world, that you have a mission, and you also believe that this person you're trying to follow is trying to save the world, that you're given promises about higher reality, spirituality, enlightenment, healing others, etc. Another warning sign I would bring to your attention, and it just left my mind, is the thinking that we call magical thinking. If you believe in coincidences, not being coincidences, if you believe you are being led to the people for a reason and you justify the decisions you make, you might be prone to ending up in a cult. So this is just a few things you could ask yourself, and make sure that you don't end up in any cultic group, because it's very, very painful. It's very emotionally damaging, and it takes a lot of time to deprogram and come back to your life. So I hope this was helpful, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.